Life right now is a movie. Yeah. Wish the soundtrack was groovy. Too bad I'm frustrated, I'm moody. Yeah. Just need a happy ever after.
Hello there. If you don't know me, my name is Maria and I like to make technology videos on the internet. And today we're on episode 7 already of the new grad diaries, where I'm trying to see if I can get a new grad job. And yeah, I tried cutting my own bangs, so that's why they look really weird. It's just a lot of stuff happening because now I have 4 online assessments to do from Monday to Thursday because I leave on Friday basically, or maybe I could do some on Friday. But I leave to go to Vancouver with my family on Friday and I paid for everything, so they're expensive, but it's my reward for surviving 2 internships at the same time. Yeah, I have to do 4 online assessments: Quora, Duolingo, IMC, which is like a trading company, Rippling. So 4 of those, because I didn't do anything this weekend for that. I was just doing leak code stuff. And then I also have more than 4 interviews this week. I have datadog today with the recruiter for 30 minutes. In like 10 minutes I have to do that. Then tomorrow is my Figma on-site interview, so that's 4 interviews back to back essentially. And then on Wednesday I have 2 interviews with like these 2 companies. They're like smaller startup ones, so we'll see how those go. Yeah, this is gonna be a very hectic week, but then at least I get vacation at the end, so yay. I also am trying to work on my confidence because last week that was garbage, and then when 3 random people tell you that you're not confident and you should be more confident, then that tells you something, I guess. Hello, I want to die. I just got another online assessment from Wealthfront, which I applied to like on Saturday or something. So now I have 3 codilities and 2 hacker ranks that I have to do this week. Oh my god, I guess I have to do what is it called? Oh yeah, I have to do the IMC one first because they only give me 2 days to do the hacker rank. I don't remember how many days I get to do the other, like the Duolingo. I need to check that as well. But I know the codility is like 2 weeks. That's okay. Oh yeah, and I had my datadog interview right now with the recruiter, and she was really nice, and she was explaining like, yeah, they use Python, Golang, like Cassandra, Redis, like all these things. They want to go in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when they have lunch. So they're gonna have in-person stuff. So that's really good. And you do get like a mentor and manager and like a buddy from another team when you join. And their offices for new grads are mostly like New York and Boston. I said, yeah, preference New York. The next round is a 1-hour coding interview, so I need to give them like my availability. And then after that, it's like basic on-site with like 3 different interviews. And then after that, a hiring manager interview, like another round. Oh my goodness. Too many things, too many interviews, too many online assessments. Okay, oof, my brain. I stopped it like 18 minutes left because I know I can't like figure out the last thing that I need, because there's like the first question is hard, the second question is much easier. The second question is just like implement a stack, and then the first one is like chess pieces. So those questions are always hard, you know, they're always like at least like medium to hard because it's like involves moving different pieces, and then either like DFS, BFS, something like that. Like this one was like, oh, you can't hit into like another piece. Like you don't want to you don't want to be threatened by this other piece. So it's like how can you go from one location to another without being threatened by the other piece? And then yeah, I almost figured it out, but then I got stuck on this one part where it's like making it possible for N-shaped boards. So I did that for like the other piece, I could figure it out. But for the main one, I don't know how to do that one. That one's kind of trickier, or I'm just stupid, I don't know. But that's what was going on. So basically 1 OA down, 4 more to go this week. But this is good practice. I was gonna leak code anyways, but this forced me to think. I'm honestly just ready to be ghosted by any company that gives me an online assessment because they're hard, okay? Hello, today is the day of my Figma on-site. So that's 4 interviews starting at 2 p.m. until like 7 p.m. There's like a 1 hour break for their lunchtime. So it's like the first one is going to be more of like those system designy type things for an hour, then a 1 hour break, then the hiring manager interviews about engineering values, and then, oh no, then first coding, then the engineering values, then another coding one. So that's 4 interviews. But I have been preparing, reviewing my data structures and algorithms, doing some online assessments. I think I'm okay with this. I just need to remember to calm down and make sure I understand the question, ask all my clarifying questions, and then brainstorm and go through like the different ideas that I have. And then like before I start coding, and then like choose one and then start coding. Like before I kept feeling super like nervous and then just like rushing into things. And I don't know, like in my most recent interviews, that's how I feel like I've been doing. And yeah, but then it also told me to look at like the LinkedIn profiles for the people who I'm going to be interviewing with. And then they all look insane. Like they all worked at like Google or Pinterest before. And then they all went to some Ivy League schools in America. So basically compared to them, they're all like kings and queens and I'm like a peasant essentially. So I don't know, just have to shock them. Because honestly, like, you don't have to go to a fancy Ivy League school to know BFS and DFS. So like whatever, honestly, I'll just try my best. And my goal is to just do better than I did last time. That's all I want.
The way you hold me tight and tell me things I like. Girl, you got me on my knees, devastated, do you see? I'm not.
Okay, I just did my first Figma interview and I have a 1 hour break. You know what's the worst? Is my ear popped like halfway through and now I just hear echoes of my voice, but it's the worst thing ever. And I don't know, it was fun. The interview was really nice. I feel like last time I might have done better, like in the internship interviews on this portion, because it was more like related to databases and this was not so much. This is like components and nodes and stuff. And it was like pseudocode type of thing. So yeah, it was interesting, but it was kind of hard to wrap your head around. But I did get like something that would probably work, I think. But is there like a contrived example anyways? Oh my god, I hate hearing myself. This is the worst. Oh my god, I just finished the interviews and I'm freaking shook. I am actually like, I don't know, this is insane. Like my Figma experience last time was so bad because like I was just bad and not confident and just like, I guess I just got shocked by like how their process was. But this time I was like, I thought I was gonna do even worse, but I think I did way better. Like in the coding questions, like there were a few parts, like 2 or 3 parts for each, and I was actually able to do those. And for my first coding interview, the woman was actually so nice. And these people were all from the FigJam team, which is very cool. And I love FigJam. I was the one who was like pushing hard for my team to try to use it as Shopify. And we haven't, but we should. It's so cool just to hear about what their work is like and why they joined Figma. Like this other guy in my second coding interview, he joined Figma like 2 months ago because it's super interesting and fun and he worked at big companies before. And then it's like, you have to kind of evangelize your own work. And at Figma, it's like you have more impact and your work shines more. And because their team is so small, it's like they're doing a lot of things. And even he's worked on 2 projects already, even though he's only been there for 2 months. So that's really cool. So they work very fast and they work mostly in C++ and TypeScript, like React things. So I think that's really interesting. And I really want to work in more low-level programming languages because I don't know C++, but I want to learn it, even though a lot of people hate it, but I want to try learning it. And I talked to the manager who's on FigJam and asked her like how she became the manager. And that was a really nice story. Yeah, she asked me a bunch of questions about like projects I worked on in the past and like more in-depth questions like based off of what I said. And I talked about like my Twitch project, a project that I had more responsibility for, like that's the question she asked. And then she also asked about like obviously why Figma, like why am I interested in this opportunity. And yeah, my coding interviews went so well. I'm actually shocked. Like, I don't know if I got in, but it's like I'm shocked. I think my worst one was probably the design one, but I think they like weigh that less heavily than the coding ones because design is like something that people like my age or like at my skill level like don't have a lot of experience with. And plus like it was such like an ambiguous like question, or like the guy said, it's super contrived and there's like no like right way of doing things, I guess. Like there's some ways of doing it and whatever, but then they were just so nice and like, oh, you don't have to have the most optimal solution, because I kept trying to like make sure that I was thinking before I was coding, and I would take like time to talk and try to discuss like my solutions. And it was really good when I have like 2 screens and like the Zoom on one screen and the code on the like the coder pad open on the other. So I can see the question. I can also see like the reaction of the person like to what I'm saying. I think that's really important. So that's like super good that I have 2 monitors to do that. Overall, the experience was actually really great this time. And I'm just like so happy that I did this. I was super nervous for today and just like dreading it essentially because I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna fail. Like, why am I doing this to myself? And like the recruiter was saying like, oh, we'll let you know like next week or like this week about how it goes. And I'm like, why are you even bothering? Like, I know I'm just gonna fail. Like, why did you even give me this opportunity? Which was a terrible mindset. And I didn't even have to like do any BFS or DFS. So that was great. And yeah, it was just a really good experience. And I think like the questions were just like, maybe I got lucky. Like, honestly, my teammate from Shopify, I was talking to him about interviewing today, and he said it's 50% luck and 50% hard work. And I think I was more lucky on just like maybe like understanding the questions, and maybe it's just also hard work, like taking my time to understand and make sure that my questions are answered at the beginning, and like thinking of all the different solutions and explaining myself instead of just jumping to some coding. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. And later today I have some interviewing lightning talk event that I'm gonna participate in, so I'm excited for that. Okay, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet or like brushed my hair or anything, and I was like, oh, it's a good time for me to do an online assessment. And no, it was not. This was so stupid. Why am I doing it at like 9 a.m? I don't know, too early to think. And yeah, I basically failed. So it was rippling, but also rippling, like, this is supposed to be my practice because I don't even care about rippling. But they had 3 questions in their code signal. One of them is super easy, I did that one. Second one I thought I could do, but then it ended up being so much work because text justification, like that question on LeetCode, I think it's a LeetCode medium or something, but it's just like so much work and so much like thinking about like indexes and stuff. And then the last one was a LeetCode hard word ladder. Like, no, I cannot figure this out in time. This is all just an experiment, and then I also have 2 more online assessments after that. So now I have 3 more because I failed rippling, and IMC didn't like how I missed some test cases, so whatever. Very depressing. Wow, never mind. I searched up the second problem and it was also hard. What the heck? So they gave me 1 easy and 2 hards. The fuck? Oh my god.
Life right now is a movie. Yeah. Wish the soundtrack was groovy. Too bad I'm frustrated, I'm moody. Yeah. Just need a happy ever after. Guess this was kind of fun when it all started going down. Walking around in PJs, nap on the couch, watching TV all day and spending time inside the house. Said it is all gonna be over by the end of May, but here I am, a face mask every day. The way this year is turning out, a Michael Bay cliche. We used to see all this on Netflix, cheesy action flicks. Now you and me are living in it, 'cause life right now is a movie. Yeah. Wish the soundtrack was groovy. Too bad I'm frustrated, I'm moody. Yeah. Just need a happy ever after. Can I speak to the director of life? Think he made a mistake with his design. This was supposed to be a comedy, not an apocalyptic tragedy. Everybody on the set is confused. This used to be fun, no, we're not amused. Casting the crew meant to be removed. Yeah. Seriously. We used to see all this on Netflix, cheesy action flicks. Now you and me are living in picnic with my best friends. We start to plan what we will do. Now life's back in color and everything's feeling brand new. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind, leaving lipstick stains on tall glasses of wine. Practically invented being nonchalant for fun. They tear apart Voltaire just like afternoon croissants, strolling over bridges that were built in Renaissance. Isn't that what every romance loving 20-something woman wants? Midnight in Paris, I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by sand. Midnight in Paris, oh what a feeling. Steps on cobblestones, thinking this must be La Vie en Rose. Maybe I'll get a place that's right across the Notre Dame. The roof will be leaking, but I'll be as happy as they come. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind, leaving lipstick stains on tall glasses of wine. Practically invented being nonchalant for fun. They tear apart Voltaire just like afternoon croissants, strolling over bridges that were built in Renaissance. Isn't that what every romance loving 20-something woman wants? Midnight in I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by sand. Midnight in Paris, oh what a feeling. Steps on cobblestones, thinking this must be La Vie en Rose. Midnight in Paris, I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by sand. Midnight in Paris, oh what a feeling. Steps on cobblestones, thinking this must be La Vie en Rose.
Everybody knows
Smile.
your name.
Say hello.
What's your viewer's name?
I don't know. People kept calling me broccoli, so then I just like broccoli. I don't know.
Broccoli.
Oh.
Are you addressing the audience?
When tides came, did not flee. They each spoke the same, had the same dreams, same pain and same feelings. Staring at the sea in what was left of me.